was really neat to see him. It was like for me, it was like watching a little boy just so excited with his brand new drone and all the new things that he's been able to create and do as a humanitarian. At the end of the event on the awards night, his wife actually came out on stage as well with him. So it was beautiful to be able to see her as well, which is absolutely lovely. Now they announced 3 new trips. The first one is what was last year Aruba. This year it's going to be to Mexico. The process or the ability to gain points has already begun. So we should be able to see that. If we can't see it yet in our back office, I believe we'll see it this coming week on all the different qualifications in order for each one of you to earn points to be able to earn a free trip to Mexico. So this trip is not based on rank, which I love about this trip. It's actually based on activity. So you'll get different points based on whether or not you're personally signing up people, whether your personal people are becoming managers, whether you're holding rank, all different ways that you're going to earn points. And the period, I believe, started in like October 2nd, and it will continue until I think the end of December, early January. The second trip that they announced is they're not calling it an SPD trip this time. It's the 20-year leader trip. And I don't know yet how that one is going to work. Again, that one is going to be, I think they said in June. And that's going to be a cruise through the Greek Isles. And then the third trip will be the elite SPD trip. And that trip will be in August. And or so they've said so far, though I don't think anything has been penciled yet. So I don't think there's any dates specifically set on any of the trips. There's projections on when they want to take us. And that one will be in August is what they're saying next year. Korea is still slated to open. We're moving forward with that. They're saying it will not open in October or November. I can't imagine that corporate would open something in December. I suppose it's possible, but my guess would be it will be the first quarter of next year. So if you all have Korean contacts, you do not want to be putting them in the business. You do not want to be sending them any product. They're not going to allow you to sign up somebody, let's say, who lives in Korea, but sign them up in the US or sign them up in Japan, and then change the location of their distributorship into Korea. They're not going to allow that. So you don't want to disadvantage your Korean contacts. Those of you that don't have Korean contacts and would like to find some, one of the things that I would do is utilize Facebook and start to find some people in Korea. I remember when I built my last company and I knew we were going to India, I didn't have any friends yet in India. And so I began making friends with people in India, and we started interacting. And then I was able to build a huge organization in India. I ended up with 40,000 people in my Indian business, even though when I started, I didn't know anybody there. So I was able to do that through contacts in Facebook. The other thing that I think I would do is look around and see if you can find any Korean markets. So you may be able to find like a Saturday market, or you may be able to find like a Korean store, a grocery store, or that sort of thing, where you can go in and find some Americans that are Korean, which you can put in the business now, that would be likely to have contacts in Korea. So Korea is a huge market. Also, I've been there. I had a large business last time. I think I've been to Seoul 5 times, and it's huge. It's like 40 million people within 4 hours of each other. So it's like nothing you've ever seen. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people. I really, really enjoyed Korea. And they obviously understand network marketing, and they love network marketing. So the word is out on the street in Korea. I already have friends in Korea who are talking to me about, it's coming. I said, yes, it's coming, it's coming. So those are a couple of ideas for things you all could do if you want to open your Korean business. Don't start yet is the biggest thing I would tell you. You want to be very careful. If we have product going into Korea and the Korean government catches it at the border, it can stop LifeWave from actually open there. They are very meticulous in Korea about companies coming there. So don't put your distributorship at risk. And don't set up anybody who's in Korea in another country thinking that you'll be able to move them over, because that's not going to help them either. Okay, so Lonnie, do you want to open it up if somebody wants to raise their hand and share maybe the best part that they enjoyed about convention? For me, there were so many amazing things, but I thought it'd be fun for everybody else to be able to share their experience. Are you able to open it, Lonnie?
It's open.
Okay, so if somebody wants to raise their hand. Bonnie and Bob, I saw you guys there. There you are. Do you all want to talk? Everybody's being quiet. I see Charity. Charity, you want to share? You want to open your mic and share? Okay. Nobody wants to share today, huh? You guys are all shy.
They should be able to unmute themselves.
They should? Okay. But it seems like everybody's shy today.
Yes, now, finally.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Onyx. Yes, I would love to share about the event. Like you said, the great thing is always that you get to see people in real life as opposed to, on the phone or on Zoom like this, which is great, but nothing beats the real deal. And there were a lot of highlights from the convention for Bonnie and myself. But the one that I shared, in fact, the other day at one of our team meetings was actually the speech that you gave. Okay, it was really, really inspiring and touching, and just showed everyone who might not have had the opportunity to know who you are, to see your heart and the wonderful person that you really are. And we love you, and I'll let somebody else take over from here.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Now, I know you guys tried David's new, is it brandy or whiskey? I don't drink, so I don't even know what it's called. Bob, you still there? Did I lose you?
I don't, we don't know what it's called either, the hologram. You're talking about the hologram or the
whiskey. No,
the brandy or the whiskey that he made, that he served us all that night at the gala event.
Bonnie seems to know more about it, so I'll let her talk.
because he has more than his one share.
Oh, there we go. Somebody says it's brandy. It was brandy.
It's brandy. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I said, well, I don't feel anything. And a couple of people with me said they didn't feel anything. And then the next day, everybody was kind of shocked. They seemed to have more energy than they thought they were going to have after the convention. So that was interesting. I don't know if it was our imagination. I truly don't know if it was your imagination. I don't know, but it was interesting. Would I become a
yes, it smelled delicious.
Smelled good. I didn't particularly love the taste, but then I don't really like brandy. So.
Okay, interesting. So David, it's a new thing that he built or created in the lab, and it was infused, I think, with ginseng, honey, and there was one more thing.
Ginger.
What was it?
Ginger.
Ginseng, honey, and ginger. And I think brandy is usually a dark liqueur, and this was a light liqueur. He had actually used, of course, photobiomodulation with the creation of it, etc. So I don't know a lot about it. I think he's going to launch it basically for the 20th anniversary. Not that we're going to start selling brandy. It's just something special he did in the lab. So this team stays focused on X39. Go ahead, sweetie.
No, I think he said that he was able to make this fine brandy in a few hours versus aging it for how long it has to be aged. That was the big thing about.
Biggest thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then the 80s party, you all, was so much fun. So the very first night they had an 80s party, and I had a costume malfunction. So I'm like, okay, new costume. So I put on a new costume and went down there, and they had, Summer had, I don't know what these things were, like little light things that were multicolored, and an 80s band. And the really sad part is I knew the words to every single song. I'm like, I think I'm dating myself. But it was so fun to sing and dance with everybody. It was a really, really fun night. I thought it was a really great party. Well, thank you, you two, for sharing. Does somebody else want to share? An orange blossom. Jackie said it was made with orange blossom. Go ahead, Cindy. You want to unmute yourself, sweetie? I saw you. Are you there? Where'd she go? Cindy, did you want to share? Okay, nope, it's an error, she said. All right. Does anybody else want to share? Charity, do you want to get on and talk about the SPD event?
Hey Onyx, this is Charity.
Hi.
I am out of the country, so I am my signal's a little bit shaky. But anyway,
You sound fine.
SPD event was just absolutely amazing. And Onyx, it's always great to see other leaders that you're working with, collaborate with them, and just the company, you know. And I would encourage everyone, even if you're not a person that does not like to go on trips or anything like that, just earn the trips. You don't have to go, but we want to go. But if you do, your team will literally, your business will explode. And so we're in such a great place right now to build. As we know that we're in the fall, and what corporate has done also showed us at the convention. We're coming back and we're just everybody's kind of regrouping, right? Always after convention, and
Yep.
their teams, get your teams together. Don't wait to start earning that trip.
Yep.
Every one of us can be on all of those trips if we want. If you are a business person, hop in. And if you need some help strategizing, maybe you don't really understand how to make it all happen, get with the person who enrolled you or get with a manager or something above you, because we want to help you. We don't want to be behind the wheel. We want to be in front of the cart, pulling that up that trail, up that mountain to the victory. So I'm very excited. It's always so great, like you said, Onyx, to see people in person, to hug necks. And the one thing too is, sometimes some people don't like when we get to a convention because of the numbers of people, and it's harder to find your people. It's harder to find people, but it's a good thing. It's growth, and it's just part of the industry. It's part of business. So just be set next year to take a bigger team, because we know that the more people that you have at that convention, the greater your business is going to grow when you get back. So it was an incredible week.
It really, really was. There were 3,000 people there live, and there were 3,000 people on the Zoom. So really a big convention. They indicated to me that corporate told me that next year they've actually booked for 5,000 people live. So they are expecting the continued growth, which is fantastic. I have no idea. They didn't announce the location. I don't know where or when it's going to be yet. As you know, David loves to have secrets and loves to bring surprises to the convention, as he brought multiple surprises, including the brandy for this trip, for this convention, which was fantastic. Charity was actually on the SPD earned Orlando trip, which was about 4 days before. And then we moved from the Waldorf Astoria over to we were at the Hyatt, I guess, for convention. And then we moved into the convention hotel. So it was really, really amazing. I got to spend a lot of quality time with Charity. I got to spend a lot of quality time with Gayla. I actually brought my sister down as well. And we just had a great time together, just sewing into each other's lives, building belief in each other, and just enjoying each other, because so often, we're in work mode when we're together, but we are all actually friends as well. So it was really fun to be able to either lay by the pool, or we went out one of the nights to a fancy dinner, and we just had so much fun. So it was really, really, for me, it was a very, very special time. That SPD trip was one of my favorites. We actually went dancing one night. We were all out there just acting like idiots, having fun. So it was great. It was a really, really good trip. Like Charity says, it's fun to earn these trips because you get a chance to spend downtime instead of just on a Zoom or when we're working, getting to know each other. Gary, did you want to share? I see your hand up. You got to unmute yourself.
But I have.
There you are.
Okay, so this is Mrs. Gary. My name is Beth Bates, and
Beth.
I just want, hi there. I just wanted to say that this company amazes me in that I am so proud to recommend it to people. And I am so moved by David. I'm so moved by his techno man purity and his wanting to just have this amazing world, and not just for himself, but for the world. So he just emboldens me, and he gives me this other aspect to think about when I'm talking with people, because the product is amazing, the finances are amazing, but the people that have come together, I think, are so amazing. And we were born at this time to do this. And to have David as our leader truly is magnificent. And I'm so glad that I was able to witness that and bring it back, and that he exposes himself, his thinking, his yearning, his futuristic thinking, which I'm so pleased to hear that, because there's a lot of things out there that aren't positive, but he is full board. And I am just honored. And I have to thank Charity for that, bringing me in, and for my friend BG. We've known each other for years, and we are just all so thrilled about this. So thank you, Onyx, and thank you for bringing the aspect that you've brought, the totality of your thinking, your feeling, your expression of love for us all. Thank you for that.
It's
And
my pleasure.
I look forward to many, many years of this.
Me
Thank
too.
you all.
Me
Thank
too. And I agree completely. As I said in my speech, I think one of the most important things in this business is to align. So I talked a little bit about personal sovereignty. Every one of us is sovereign, and I encourage you to stay sovereign. And sometimes that's hard when we get in groupthink, even if it's a convention, or if we're at a political rally, or we're at a PTA meeting, or when you get around a group of people, it's harder to stay personally sovereign and to stay true to what you value and what your morals are. And it doesn't mean that somebody next to you can't be different. It means that you accept who you are and you accept who they are. And then for me, the other part that's really important in this business is to align. And for me, I align with David Schmidt, exactly like you said. I like the man that he is. I like his morals. I like what he stands for. And so for me, like you, I've been here for 4 years and 2 months, and I feel honored. I feel privileged to be part of this. I think I was sent here by God, and I'm really happy to be here and to be part of this amazing community. And each one of us is a part of the community. Each one of us brings our light. Each one of us brings our knowledge. Each one of us brings our joy, our caring, our sovereignty. And so to be part of a group like that, for me, is the most special part. It's just precious, absolutely precious. Carol, you want to share? Or maybe it's Gil.
No, it's Carol. I guess you can just hear me, but you can't see me,
It's
right?
okay, no problem.
Okay. This is the end of our second month with LifeWave, and Michelle Porter is the gal who sponsored me.
Great gal.
And I've been with another company now for over 30 years. So I know what this is all about. And all I can say is what impresses me is the camaraderie, the desire and the ability and the want for us to work with each other. And so it's not a push tug kind of a thing. It's we're together. The
Correct.
second thing is the products are just amazing. Of course, that's the thing that draws us to this in the first place. But the other part of it is called vision. It's the vision of where this company is going and what kind of an impact we're going to have on people's lives. And
100%.
to be able to portray that to other people and have that conviction of mind and spirit, and to share that is so, so important. And you know, you're an inspiration, I've got to say. I mean, Michelle thinks the world of you, and you've done some very lovely things for me with a situation I had with someone who wasn't getting her product. It was going God knows where. But you stepped up, and I can see where your heart is. And I just want to say, like the gal who just spoke a minute ago, I'm very proud to be a part of this organization and to carry on the vision and the word and the impact that we're having on people's lives.
It's amazing, for me, when I think about who am I, I'm just some girl from South Florida, and to be able to impact and impact and impact. And imagine the chimney sweep. And so when we were there
Yeah.
weekend, the chimney sweep, I went over to say hello to him, and he was there with his son, who he's in the forces. He's got I think 2 years left. I don't remember if it was the Navy or the Air Force, but fine young man. And it was just delightful to be able to meet him. And he just looked at me and said, thank you. And after, he sent me a Facebook message and he said, Onyx, it was such an honor to meet with you. My father calls you the queen of network marketing, and thank you for changing our lives. And so, but think about it, you all. I had a blessing to be able to change them, but he had a blessing to be able to change all of us. And so it's amazing how we all impact each other. And who would have thought, just by putting this unimpressive little sticker on somebody, that lives can change in so many different ways. And so for me, I wake up every day and thank God. I'm so grateful to be here with each and every one of you. I'm so grateful to be here with David. I'm so grateful to be in alignment and to be able to keep walking forward to making a difference in this crazy world we're living in right now. We got hurricanes over there. We got wars over here. I mean, it's craziness right now, but we're still together. And so that is a major, major blessing, along, of course, with this beautiful finances that are available here, because many people are experiencing recession, but people in LifeWave, things are different, which is fantastic that you don't have to experience this. And the last time I built a network marketing organization, the United States was going into a recession. And I watched as the company grew to $1 billion, and, $600 million was paid out that year in commissions to regular people like you and me. And that's what network marketing can do, along with this fantastic product, along with this amazing community, along with this ability to be in alignment with something that's bigger than me or you or all of us together. So thank you, each one of you, for the energy that you bring, for the love that you bring, for the camaraderie that you bring. It makes the world a better place. It really does.
Absolutely. Thank you again.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share? Okay. So if somebody changes their mind, you can put your hand up. I believe that we should see the qualifications in our back office this week for the different trips. Everybody wants to get focused on the Mexico trip. You want to get yourself focused, and exactly like Charity said, you want to get your teams focused. So how do you know who's going to want to do it? You want to reach out, you want to let people know, hey, there's a trip to Mexico. Who wants to run with me? And then you start working one-on-one together, or as a team together, doesn't matter, plugging in. You're going to see, I've got the new Start X39 page is just about done. So I've got it's all set in the background, and I've been working with compliance. So you're going to see a shift in that site again. And right now I'm working with compliance for Build 331. So we're all just in the process of upgrades. And as my sister says, there's nothing better in this world than upgrades. So for me, I love change. As I said at convention, when we went through COVID, Marcy, Peter, and I were freaking out. We just did not know what we were going to do, because we couldn't lead meetings anymore. And we couldn't imagine anything different. And it was Peter No that came up with the idea of let's do a daily Zoom. And Zoom really changed the face of this industry. And I would have never thought it to be so. I still adore the one-on-one meetings or the group meetings. I love to be able to hug people. I love to be able to be in each other's energy. but I also love the freedom and the space, because in the past, it was difficult if you were brand new to the industry and you lived in a town that didn't have a leader to be able to build a business because you needed to be the leader. Now with Zoom, it makes it great because you can plug in, you can live in a town where you don't have the leader and you don't have to be the leader because you can plug in and be part of the team. Oops, sorry. So it's been absolutely just a fantastic week. As soon as I see the new rules for the Mexico trip, I will put them up on the Facebook page and, share that with everybody, but I would keep your eyes peeled and know that it's basically a point system, just like last year when they did the Aruba trip. So it was a lot of fun last year to go to Aruba.
I just
Last-
saw a little bit and let me double check.
Somebody's got
Let
their
me
mic
double
off.
check and I'll text you if I get anything. And you can go ahead and send me that
Everybody's mic
85
off.
then, right? Oh, well, thank you, love.
What I
Okay.
need is
All
the
right. Talk to you
dimensions and the
soon.
way this
Onyx, you're muted.
Last time when we went to Aruba, it was limited to 100 people from North America. This time they've opened it up, so there won't be a limit. So I'm going to guess there's going to be a baseline number that everybody needs to hit in order to be able to qualify. But every event you should see is going to start to get bigger and bigger and bigger as the company continues to grow. So it's really, really fun. It's fun to watch and to be a part of the growth. So I'm very encouraged by where we're going and what we're doing, and just seeing so many people together, loving on each other and connected through the power of the X39 was really, truly, truly amazing. Truly amazing. Kathy, did you want to share something? I think you all watched via Zoom, yes?
Yes, and I loved it. I loved watching everything and felt pretty much a part of everything, even though I was so tired of travel, I didn't want to go anywhere else. But it was wonderful to feel a part of everything. And like everybody, I'm so, I think we have to be careful. None of us worship David.
No.
But it's the next step down that I really honor him and appreciate him. And I love his humility. And I was so happy for him as his wife presented him that wonderful little, I don't know what you even call it, but little award.
A hand.
And, yes.
The hand award.
the
I think she
Iron-
called it
Iron
the
Man-
global humanitarian, didn't she?
Yeah, the Iron Man arm, I think it was. And so it was just a delight, I guess, to watch the whole thing. And he is just so humble. And when he bowed on the stage, it broke something in me to see that after a life of being made fun of and thinking he was weird. And we've all probably been through that. And maybe none of us really ever look for accolades, but it really is nice. And it's something about you, Onyx, that I first noticed about you is that you affirm people. And I think that's really something that we can do with anybody that comes on our team and joins our team, that wherever they are, if they just simply want to wear a patch, we need to affirm them in that decision. If they want to go to Mexico, we need to do what we can to affirm them in that decision. And I think that's really an important thing that's left out of our society today. So I appreciate that you set that tone and that you've set that standard. And I think that's a wonderful thing in this industry.
I agree. Everybody is sovereign. And so if somebody wants, I had somebody send me a message yesterday, Onyx, do you sign everybody up into the tree, even if they want to be a customer? Absolutely not. If they want to be a customer, I explain the differences and then I let them be a customer. Let people be what they want to be. That doesn't mean that they won't change their mind in the future. They might. But if you put people into kits they can't afford, or slam them into, I'm going to make you a distributor, a brand partner instead of a customer, people get upset. They want what they want. And so part of being sovereign is allowing other people to be sovereign, to have their choices. And for me, The hardest thing is with my kids. And so, my kids are now all grown up. The youngest one is 22. And I find myself having to practice stepping back. I don't know. What do you think? What do you want to do? Even though darn well I have an opinion about whatever it is that they're talking to me about. I'm trying to step back and practice so that they can start to be sovereign and find their own voice, because, God put inside their hearts what's best for them. It's not for me to know what's best for them. It's for them to know what's best for them via God. Twigs, did you want to share?
Yes, Onyx, I would like to say, speaking of children, I was blessed. Thank you, Onyx, for the support and everything you've given me. And Charity, oh my gosh, both you girls have been just a gem. I wouldn't have made it to SPD without your system and Charity's help every moment. But everybody who's on here, my son came to watch me go across stage. My son was against network marketing totally. And when he found out I was in network marketing, he goes, "Oh, Mom, why would you do that? There's such a scam." And so anyway, so then as I started progressing over this last year and started making a little bit of money here, a little bit of money, he'd say, "How much money are you making, Mom?" And I go tell him what I was making. And he just laughed all off. Well, girls, guys, he came. He was so impressed with David Schmidt. Oh my goodness. He said, "Mom, that man he is so smart. My goodness." And he said, "You are part of an awesome company." He was just so thrilled. And then Mike, one of who sponsored me, he was talking with my son, and all of a sudden my son saying, "Well, Mike, somebody in my guys he works with in construction, they could be doing this. This patch can help them." And so somebody has already asked me, "Well, Twigs, have you enrolled him yet?" No, because like you said, I want him to come when he's ready to come. But he's done a complete flip from being so negative about network marketing, and he just thinks this company is awesome. So getting to a convention makes a difference, does it not?
Of course, because you're in the energy and you're not taking it through somebody, you're experiencing it for yourself, heart to heart, just like the convention was called. For me, it's impossible to be in, David's energy or in the energy in the crowd and not be moved by the quality of people. And, you all know my story. I ran my whole life from network marketing, never wanted to have anything to do with it. And when I finally said yes, my youngest child was 5. My oldest child was probably 12. And I was in a juice company for 7 years. And so my children really grew up in network marketing. And I can tell you, network marketers, from my opinion, are some of the best people around. They're hardworking, they're caring, they want the best for each other, they're lifting each other up. It's a beautiful environment. And my girls, they turned out amazing. They all have a very strong work ethic. They're all interested in helping other people. And I blame network marketing for that. So I love it. I love that they're a part of it and that they're interested in it. And shame on me for being afraid of network marketing for so many years. I was letting my friends and family make decisions for me that I should have been making for myself because I wasn't personally sovereign. Once I recognized, okay, and still today I practice all the time, because for me anyway, you get into a group and all of a sudden the group is going in this direction. And then wait a minute. Am I really in alignment with that? Is that really the direction that I want to go? And so for me, I have to constantly be checking in and measuring, is that right for me? Am I making the decision for me, or am I letting the group, or in the case of network marketing, am I letting my friends and family make decisions for me? And I can't imagine my life if I had not have found network marketing. I can't imagine where my children would have been if I had not have found network marketing. Because it instilled so many great morals, it instilled so many great attributes that I don't think watching people work, it was watching people earn the chance to be on stage, to walk across the stage, just like Twig said. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I'm really, really happy that your son took the time, Twigs, to come and to see and to celebrate with you. You deserve it. And that's really fantastic.
Oh, Onyx, it is beyond exciting. That was a highlight. To have my son hug me and tell me how proud he was of me.
Yeah.
That's a feeling I can't even begin to share with you, what it did for me. I love the whole energy. So thank you. Thank you for doing what you've done so that I could be up on that stage.
It's-
Thank you, Alex.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And it's funny, I had a similar experience. You all have seen my middle daughter, Sierra, well, they both look the same. Everybody always like, are those two twins? No, the one with the long red hair. Sierra, when she was growing up, she would always say to me, Mom, why can't you be the kind of mother that sits at home and has cookies ready for me when I get off the school bus? And I'm like, Sierra, I'm not that mom. And of course, I'm busy working. And when I said to them, is that I'm going to go to work and my goal is going to be to earn you a free trip to Hawaii every year. And so the children went 8 years in a row to Hawaii. It was absolutely amazing. And towards the end, it wasn't the middle, towards the end of my career, because I sold my organization, I sold my distributorship. And so towards the end, before I sold, I sold in November of 12, in March of 12, I earned a $300,000 check. And that same daughter, the middle daughter, said to me, Mom, I want to go see you receive that check. And I was like, okay. So she flew with me. I think they gave it to me in Missouri, one of those I think it was Missouri. Anyway, before I walked out on stage, she passed me a letter. And still to this day, it makes me cry because she basically said to me, Mom, you're an angel walking on this earth, and I can understand now why you do what you do. And I'm so proud to call myself your daughter. And so this industry brings so many gifts to all of us in so many different ways. I remember that Gayla made at the event, I think it was her son or her daughter came off stage, and Steve Merritt went up to her and said something about, hey, you don't want to be working a 9-to-5 job. You're much too young. It's time for you to take control of your life. And so many people will pour into each other and say a word that makes a difference in somebody's life in this industry. So for me, it's an honor to be here. And I'm really, really pleased to be part of this organization with each and every one of you. I think we're blessed and very, very lucky to be together. We have God's favor for certain. Okay, does anybody else want to share? Anybody else have any other questions?
Onyx, I was just thinking about giving tools to people. And we all hopefully know someone who changed the whole world through networking with 12 people.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave them tools. They didn't think they had the skills. It wasn't natural talent that he gave them. He gave them the knowledge of what to do, what to talk about. And, I can see that being a great example for how we can do the same thing, as we can take anybody, no matter, if they're fishermen or chimney sweeps so it's really up to the leadership to equip them with what they need to go out and literally change the world.
Correct. But remember, this is not an entitlement game. So they've got to want to do it. You can drag that horse all the way up the hill. You guys, I am strong. I can do it. Except what I learned is when I get to the top of that hill, I cannot make that horse drink water. So they've got to be ready to run. You want to give them the space to run as far or not far. Some people just want to wear the product and other people want to go to Mexico. And so whatever they choose for themselves, they're sovereign. That's great. You just be there to run with them based on what they want to do. But I absolutely agree that one of the beautiful things about network marketing is any gene will do. It doesn't matter your race, your creed, your color, your religion, whether you're a boy or a girl, none of it matters. Everyone can be a success in this business. We all start in the exact same place. Put a person on your right and a person on your left, and then you do it again, and then you've reached the first rank of manager. So I agree completely. Thank you for sharing, Kathy. Deborah, did you want to share?
Hi, it's Mindy. Can I share?
Sure.
Great. I dialed in, so I've never dialed in on Zoom, but thank you for the meeting. It's my first meeting of any type. I've been using the patches and with LifeWave since beginning of August. I'm real excited. I made manager and I'm signing up a platinum tonight. I couldn't get the credit card to go through. So yeah, I'm real excited. And the challenge is that the person who signed me up and the person who signed her up are also brand spanking new. And I kind of am specifically looking for someone I can ask questions about the business and the numbers, because neither of them know. And the person I just signed up as a platinum, I did know enough to be platinum myself first. but she's really sharp, and she's going to want to know everything and do everything, and I want to be the one to tell her because I want to understand it. What do you recommend?
Perfect. So a couple things. One, I'm happy to help you with the three-way, and you can write down my phone number and we can jump on a three-way call together. The other thing you can do is send me your a message on Facebook, and I will with your name ID number, and I'll look you up and I'll find out whose line you're in. There's 1,000 great lines within this organization. So I'll figure out where you are, and we'll find somebody else that you align with as well. But I'm here to help 100%. Okay.
I really appreciate that.
Well done, well done. Just
thank you.
Don't worry about
I know I can't lose. Oh, sorry. I know I can't lose whether I place her on my right or on my left, but there's probably a school of thought that would clearly say,
so
put her here or put her there.
The question about right or left, it's very hard to know because you don't know who's going to really do the business. You're making a guess at the beginning. So you share a leg with your sponsor. You want to find out if you share the left leg or the right leg. Let's say you share the right leg with your sponsor. Then your sponsor, when they want to put somebody on the business in the right leg, they're going to put them below you. Your left leg, you're going to, in this example, your left leg, you're going to build with yourself and anybody you put in the business. So anybody you think is going to be strong, I would recommend you put into your left leg, but you're still guessing. And then the other thing I recommend is everybody goes to your outside left or your outside right. Don't put anybody on the inside. When you go to the back office, it looks like a little Christmas tree in there. You're not filling in all the stuff in the middle. You click the button for outside right or click the button for outside left. Everybody you put in your business, you put in your outside legs so that you're only building 2 legs. It's a binary, which is what makes this much easier. And then I recommend you keep groups of people together. So if you've got your family coming in, don't put your mother on the right leg and your aunt on the left leg, because what will happen is your sister will want to come in and she'll be like, I don't know who to sign up with. Don't put the girls that you work with on different legs. Don't put the guys that you play soccer with on different legs. So if it's your mother and your sister, keep them on the same leg. If it's people you play soccer with, keep them on the same leg, so that if somebody else that knows them comes into the business, they can be in the same leg and they're all together. So that would be my clues in terms of building and structure. It's very simple. Just stay to your outside left or your outside right. But again, I can go over more with you. It's no problem on the phone. I'm happy to help.
Okay, that's pretty helpful. And so far I haven't mucked anything up too much. So that's good.
You're fine. Being ignorance on fire is the best way to build this business. You'll learn. It's like on the job training, best way, 100%.
Can I ask one more question?
Yep.
Okay, so this one has to do with the cycling volume. So I see there's a last 30-day personal volume, and then there's right and left volume, I guess, twice.
Yep.
Any clarification on all that?
So you're going to see cycle points are basically anybody below you on your left team and anybody below you on your right team, whether you put them there or somebody else above you put them there or somebody else below you put them there. All those points roll up to your left or your right. This is called a 1/3, 2/3 binary, which means when you have 330 points on your lesser leg, 660 points on your greater leg, the computer subtracts those two amounts off and pays you a $50 cycle bonus. You can cycle hundreds of times in a day. So let's say that you had 1,000 points on this leg and you had 500 points on this leg, and it's Sunday. So they subtract out the 330 and the 660, and the leftover stays there for Monday. So it rolls over. So when you start Monday, you're going to have the leftover still sitting in your left team and your right team. And then you're going to have, it's going to be adding new points in the week, and it's going to have the total, because the total number is your leftover plus everything that's come in for this week.
Oh, so that's the big numbers, all the leftover, because I'm only like 6 weeks in. I don't even know if I'm going to get paid because this will be like 6 weeks of actually getting paid.
Yep.
And
Well, you'll
I,
get the product
and so
introduction bonus
I-
for everybody that you personally enroll. And then depending on
Right.
how your point cycle will decide about cycle bonus.
right. So the larger numbers, the accumulated numbers, for sure, I qualify a few times over.
Yep.
But just like the smaller number, is that just this week? How my
It's
cycle's
always-
going?
It's always this week plus anything left over from the weeks before.
Okay.
So it's always
Okay,
added up,
so-
whether it's the smaller leg or the bigger leg, that doesn't matter. They don't flush. So they subtract out when they pay you, but they leave the points there week after week after week.
Okay, but the priority with placement is keep people within the groups because you're gonna want to keep them together. Like I put my sister and her husband under their daughter because she signed up first.
Perfect. Exactly.
And then, right, like that. Like I actually did split the family a little, but they don't know, they don't care. And I did put like my stepdad and his wife who are having remarkable results. I'd love to share if you have, I don't know how long your meeting is if you want to hear, but I did put their daughter under them and they are on separate sides, but I don't think anyone's expecting anything. None of them have ever been in multi-level or are doing this for sales or anything, but I know that they're not going to be able to shut up because it's a remarkable product and thank God they're seeing results.
That's correct. Now remember, last time when I built the juice company, I had never, ever, ever done network marketing. I had run my whole life away from it. I had no idea what I was doing, made every mistake in the book, and I earned $17 million in 7 years and helped 50 people in my organization become millionaires as a brand new person. So you don't know who's going to do what, who's going to, wake up, how they're going to wake up, what's going to happen. Everybody comes to this business with a different set of skills, a different set of drive, a different set of interest. And then of course, when you get in like we were at just the convention or you're on the Zoom and you see the energy and you see the quality of people and you see David Schmidt and you feel everybody's heart, you're like, I'm in. And that's exactly what happens to me is that I'm in, I'm all in, care what anybody says. I've got my blinders on. And when I started, Kathy and I had nothing. We had nothing. We had the sleeve of X39 and we just started building a system. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how it was going to do, but I just knew if I took the next right step, God would lead me again. If I took the next right step, God would lead me again. And that's exactly what I did. And so the chimney sweep, I guarantee you, he had no idea he was going to earn millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And he has. And it's beautiful. So you don't know who your friends know. And that's one of the fun things about this business is you never know which way it's going to go. You just keep introducing people, keep doing your 331. I do it every single day. And that's how I watch my business continue to grow and grow and grow. So thank you.
I'm in South Florida with a big convention thing, like not a convention, but like just walking around with the patches on me. People have been asking and taking information. So
Good.
That's been easy. Thank you so much for your information, the inspiration and the love and the camaraderie. I just want to say that from the get-go, I was so impressed with David and I looked up convention and it was my stepdad's 90th birthday weekend. So I was like, oh my God, I'm already in Florida, but they asked me to be really present with the family and not move away to anything. So it was sad for me that I didn't get to convention, but I've been patching everybody. And now that they're having their profound reactions, I hope that we are all there next year.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, does anybody
Okay,
else?
and I'll be in touch. Thank you. Bye-bye.
My pleasure. Thank you for calling in.
Hi,
Deborah?
Onyx.
There you go.
This is Deborah.
Doesn't sound like Deborah.
Yeah.
You guys are tricking me today.
I've got a cold, right?
No, this is Glenn. This is Glenn, my husband.
Yeah.
Hi, Glenn, my husband.
Yes. So we're brand new, and I don't know what 3 days now. And so I started looking at all the different websites that you guys produced, and I was just stunned. First of all, you probably don't know me. I'm part of the juice company also. And I saw Steve and Gina Merritt's videos, and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's like family finding each other after so many years. It's been, I don't know, 12 years-ish for us.
Wow.
Anyway, just thank you so much for doing what you do. Thank you for putting the information out on the websites. Very, very well done. We're very excited. And now to my questions. In a previous video, you had mentioned that if people come in as a presidential, or not president, but the diamond package.
Mhm.
So you mentioned that, if you bring people in as a diamond, you get $500.
So if you are personally a diamond,
Yep.
when you come in, they put a 90-day calendar on you the day that you go diamond. So you could start as a diamond or you could upgrade as a diamond, and it could be 6 months before you upgrade as a diamond. Either way is fine. So as soon as you purchase the diamond kit, either as a upfront purchase or as an upgrade, then you've got a 90-day window where their corporate is qualifying you as a senior director. As a senior director, you earn a $500 bonus from everybody you personally sponsor as a diamond. So you could sponsor 2, 3, 8, 10, it doesn't matter. And you will earn a $500 bonus. After the 90 days, it drops down unless you've already qualified as a senior director. And many, many, many people do qualify in the 90 days as a senior director. And then you continue with the $500 bonus after that. Now, the reasons for being a diamond is number one, it gets you the $500 bonus. Number two, it's the best price point. You get the sleeves of X39 for $84 a sleeve. And then number three is it qualifies you for 90 days. So you pay today, you receive today, but for the next 2 months, 3 months total, you'll get 110 points on the next 2 months so that you don't have to make an auto ship purchase. Now, let's say you come in as a bronze or a silver or a gold, and then you find a diamond. And so you're ready to personally enroll a diamond. I tell everyone, there's a $500 bonus on the table. I don't want your money. I want you to get it. So at that point, you want to upgrade yourself to diamond so that you earn the full $500 bonus from the person that you're personally enrolling as a diamond.
Excellent. We did come in as diamonds. I understood when we came in that we want to do the business. So we bought the diamond package. I just wanted to verify if that program or campaign was still running.
It's always there. Yes.
Excellent. Second question, the cycle bonus, what day is that?
So the weeks go until Sunday at like midnight-ish. So
Okay.
you can cycle, you'll cycle as soon as anytime your business hits 330 on one leg, 660 on the next leg, it'll cycle the $50. The computer subtracts out the points and you'll see a $50 cycle bonus in your commissions. And then the week ends Sunday at midnight.
Okay.
So Monday to Sunday.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Third question. Sorry for taking so long. This is a strategy question. Based on my previous experience, I felt it beneficial to basically like bring in my wife, and then I would go in on her opposite side from, I guess, what you call your power leg or what have you. So
Yep.
I would come in on the other side and I would build the other side to make that a stronger leg. What are your thoughts on that?
So I get this question a lot. And my thought is it's better to build together. So if you do what you're talking about, you've put yourself or your wife, it doesn't matter. Somebody's in this position, somebody's in this position now, and then you've got, let's say you share this leg. So you now have 3 legs to build.
Correct.
This, the one here and the one here. Well, this compensation plan maxes out at $25,000 a week in cycle bonus. So I say to everyone, I think it's much better for you all to build together. You only have 2 legs. You will go faster because you're working together. But again, it's strategy and you can do anything you want. It's completely legal for you to each have a position, no problem at all. For me, I just don't think it's necessary. In the 4 years and 2 months that I've been here, I think I've got maybe 4 people that have maxed out the cycle bonus out of 170,000 people. So to me, work together.
Okay, okay. I just didn't know if by, like you say, doing a third leg, I would qualify for the 25 and my wife would qualify for the 25.
Yes, if you can build 3 legs, but again, most people can't. It's not something I would put on to anybody. I think the power of the binary is it's 2 legs. So
Okay.
to me, why would you make it any harder? Max out the 2 legs and then go from there.
Okay, very good. Do you have a question?
I think she answered my question.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate
My
it.
pleasure. Welcome aboard. Be ignorance on fire. Don't worry about not doing everything. You will learn as we go.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. Carol, did you have one more question?
Yes, I did. And that has to do with patching.
Okay.
Something inside of me doesn't feel comfortable just giving patches. I mean, could you kind of explain your thinking
My
behind?
philosophy, sure. So I have the sample envelopes that you can get on Build 331. And for me, what I do is I fill those sample envelopes with 3, 6, or 9 patches. And I don't always give away those samples. So for me, it's like an ace in the back pocket. And so if I need to do it, I will. But because corporate offers a 30-day money-back guarantee for brand partners and a 90-day money-back guarantee for customers, I don't feel that I have to give it, but I can give it. And so if I'm going to give a sample away to somebody, number one, I would like to put the first patch on them. So the only time I won't do that is if I have to put the patches in the mail for them to sample it. But if they're in front of me and they won't let me put the patch on, I'm not sharing my precious patches with anybody. Number two, I have to have their cell phone number so that I can follow up with them. If I'm giving and I'm going to share my sample, if you do not get their cell phone number, you have no way to follow up. So to me, you're wasting your money. You need to be able to follow up with people. And what am I doing for follow up? I'm texting them, startx39.com. So a lot of times I'll interact with somebody. I think it was you, Carol, that was talking about being in West Palm Beach and walking around and people see you and they're asking questions. And so sometimes these are complete strangers and they say, what's and I talk to them about it. And then I they said, well, I want some more information. I said, great, give me your cell phone number and I'll text you over a website. And then I text them startx39.com. I don't always give patches. If you do mail X39 to somebody, you need to stay on top of it. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to want to send them a text maybe 5-6 days in to say, hey, have the patches arrived? If they've arrived, you're going to want to encourage them, get them out of the envelope, because a lot of times people will just put them on the counter. Get them out of the envelope, and you're going to want to remind them that nothing passes through the skin. It's not contraindicated for any prescription medicine or that sort of thing, because people need to be reassured. They forget. So if you put them in the mail, you're going to want to remind them. And I tell everybody, you're going to put it on in the morning when you brush your teeth and take it off at night when you brush your teeth. So I leave my patches right next to my toothbrush. It makes it really, really simple for me to remember to put them on, because it's totally different than anything else I've done in my life. Now I remember because I'm 4 years in, but I didn't remember back then. And so that's what works really, really well for me. So it's an ace in the pocket. Now, not everybody is going to shift when you give them a sample. And so I set them up correctly. And in that, I say to them, listen, this is kind of like having a little sip of wine at the restaurant. If you want to have the whole glass of wine, you've got to buy the glass. However, the cool thing is corporate gives you 30-day trial. It's a risk-free trial. At the end of 30 days, if you're not happy, you can send the product back. And just so you all know, the reason David does that is because less than 1% of the people actually send the product back. My experience is 95% of people notice a shift. Now, I didn't say they feel something. I've been here for 4 years, you all, wearing this patch for 4 years, and I've never felt a thing. I don't feel my hair growing. I didn't feel my gums healing. I didn't feel my age spot going away. So I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel my sleep being better, but I noticed a shift. So some people, if they've got pain, which I didn't have any pain, But if some people, if they have pain, they may notice actually a reduction in pain. Many people talk about it in 15 minutes. Some of the people that you share patches with will be one patch wonders. I say about 10% anecdotally are one patch wonders. You put one patch on them and they feel something different. So it will vary from person to person. So if I'm going to share the patches with them, I set it up to expect, listen, I'm going to share a few days with you, but I really want to see you give this a 30-day trial. And my favorite is a 90-day trial, because most of us, we've lived riotous lives. It might take longer. We know collagen regrows in your body in 90 days. And it's $299 plus taxes and shipping for a 90-day trial. I think you're worth it, don't you? 98% of the people say yes.
Wow.
Hopefully that helps, Carol.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay. So Marilyn, we're at the end of our time. You got a quick question? I'm absolutely going to help you.
Yes, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay, my question is, do we send lifewave.com to people, or do we send our website with our name on it?
Okay. So are we talking, let me clarify for a minute. Are we talking about somebody brand new that's ready to order, or are you talking about your giving them information about X39?
I'm giving them information about X39 so they can make a decision.
Perfect. Do not send the LifeWave website. They will get lost. What you want to do is send them startx39.com. Now, I own that website. You will notice they can learn a little bit about the product. They can learn a little bit about GHK copper peptide. They can watch David speak. They can see where to place it, etc. And I don't take any data on that site. So what happens is your people have to go back to you, or you're going back to your people. I don't know who's been on that site. I have no idea. So you send them the link to start X39. When they make a decision, then either you're going to send them an order form, or you're going to send them your start X30, your lifewave.com / with whatever it is, your name. And then I usually set them right up in the shopping cart so that they're ready to go straight from the shopping cart.
So if they want to sign up as a brand partner, can you fix that up in your shopping cart so you can send that to them?
You can. Now, if you do that, though, remember, you need to be sure that your LifeWave back office is set for the correct setting that's telling them to go on the left leg or the right leg. So for me, I do everything the long way because I can be in control. So one of the things that I find in today's world is that we're all really busy. And so even though you've gotten a yes, when you send somebody over a link, I find that they get distracted. That maybe they started data entering and a dog walks in the room, or, you know, their husband walks in the room, and then all of a sudden they're not placing the order. And now you're chasing them down, trying to get them to place the order. So for me, what I do is I go to Build 331, I download that order form, I text them the order form, and I tell them, this is the information I'm going to need. Either you can fill this out, or you can just text me the words for, you know, every line I need, or I can call you in 15 minutes and take your order. And so I'm meeting them at what they want, but that keeps me in control. And then I data enter them so that I'm sure that they end up on my outside left or my outside right.
Okay, that clarifies a lot, because I didn't know if it would automatically go if I sent them that and then they signed up themselves, or if it would even go to me.
It will go to you, because if you send lifewave.com, it will not go to you. That's the
Right.
general LifeWave. It's got to be lifewave.com / with your name. Then
Right.
that's attached to you. And then they have to figure out if they're joining as a customer distributor. It's a lot for most of them. So for me, I prefer using the order form so that I know I've gotten a yes, and I know that I'm putting them in the exact right spot.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you, thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And sometimes I've called in and customer service, I've been on the phone like 2 hours.
Yes.
So
This is
is
a new problem, and it is a high quality problem, but it's still a pain in the butt. The reason it's taking so long, you all, is because we did $40 million in the month of August. So
Wow.
every month previous this year, we've done basically 30, 31. We grew by 30% in the month of August. It takes David about 3 weeks to find, well, not to find, it takes him longer than that to find, but to train a customer service rep. It takes him approximately 3 weeks. So because we had so much growth, they just weren't able to keep up. And so that's what's happened. So if you need my help with a customer service issue, you guys can always email me and then I'll email it into my customer service rep to help you all. Or you can text
And
it.
your email is on here
Oh.
somewhere.
It's O.Cole, COALE at AOL.com.
Thank you very much for all
It's
your
my
help.
pleasure, everybody. Okay, so I know we've gone a little bit long and I hope everybody's okay with the little bit extra time, but it's been a fantastic week and it was a really, really fun event. And I really enjoyed spending time with all of you on here. And it's really great to hear and see all the brand new people that are here building their business. This is your time. Make it happen. This is your business. You can change it. Yes.
Oops, so sorry to interrupt, but I didn't catch your email address. Could you
It's
repeat it? And
O-
also,
Sure.
Yep.
It's O.Cole, COALE at AOL.com.
perfect, I got
Onyx.
that. And then is this call recorded?
Yes. So if you're not part of the YouTube channel, you want to join the Quantum Team YouTube channel, hit subscribe. And what happens is it's there as a live event before it goes off. And then once it goes off, once we hang up, it becomes a recorded event. So you can find my convention speech is on that channel. Bunch of different recordings that we've done with David Schmidt are on that channel. Most of the stuff has been taken off the channel because of the change we've been going through with compliance. So we're just basically upgrading and rebuilding what we want to say and what we want to have recorded out there in the open.
Fantastic, thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, everybody. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Lonnie, thank you for supporting us yet again. And everybody have a blessed day. You've got until tomorrow night to continue to add points into your business and to build, build, build. So have a great, great afternoon, everyone. God bless.